This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. In the last episode, we dealt with the stories of the old man Heihachi, who became young with the power of Polygon, and Naruko, who found out that she's the power and the sword is just her tool, and she went on a serious spree. In today's episode, we're going to go a bit more action-adventure goofy today with Raiden in his Cyber Ninja form, and Sackboy, the mascot of the PS3 era, who's still around, but not really the mascot anymore. I don't even know who really the mascot of PlayStation is at this point. It might still be Sackboy, but you don't really see him in things. So anyway, let's start the journey with Raiden. First appearance in Metal Gear Solid 2 for the PlayStation 2, who, for those who are familiar with the series, it made a twist in the series where you started off as Solid Snake and then boom, you play the rest of the game as Raiden. I guess the whole point of the game was apparently they were trying to appeal to a different audience with Raiden. So instead of the kind of the old man soldier, they're trying to go with a young, good-looking person to bring in old players but new players as well, and also female fans and other such things. Which that's what I've heard. I don't know the full story. I just heard the gist of it. But at the time, a lot of people didn't like Raiden or his story because it took away from Snake. Although there are some interesting things about the game, the fact that you got to see Solid Snake be kind of a badass from a different point of view, that was kind of neat. But I'll admit, Raiden didn't really click with me until this form of his, which appeared during Metal Gear Solid 4, which made him a lot more badass. I think that's why they did that, because the reception with him was rather poor in Metal Gear Solid 2. Which I'll admit, the game is still, I think, good. But yeah, with Solid Snake being put in the back burner, it did peeve off a few people at the time. But I think he's made up for it in Metal Gear Solid 4 and in his own game, Resurgence. I think it was Resurgence, which is the game. Anyway, Raiden, Origin, Metal Gear Solid 2, the Ultimate Swordsman. A cyborg that is equipped with a high-frequency blade that can cut any massive enemy in one fell swoop. He used to be a child soldier and lost his family in the Liberian Civil War. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. After going to America, he was turned into a cyborg by the Patriots, an organization that secretly controls societies, but then ended up killing them with Snake, a man he worshipped. Afterwards, he began working as a bodyguard for a private military company. Yeah, too bad they don't really do much with the series after Metal Gear 4, because it's kind of the end of the Snake era, and Resurgence is the only game they made after the fact. Well, they made another game, but we don't speak of it, because it kind of wraps up, Metal Gear Solid 4 wrapped up everything that had to do with Snake and whatever stories he had, and Resurgence was supposed to be more spin-offs of that world and what happened after the fact. And I have still yet to play this game to this day, although I've seen video and stuff like that. So anyway, let's actually play as Raiden and see how this over-the-top action-style Japanese, like I said, the game is really crazy over the top, because I think it was made by Platinum Games, I think, the people who did Bayonetta and other such games, so they're used to over-top action. So let's see how Raiden just destroys the competition, right?
My adult life has been spent helping people the best way I know how, with my sword. It's my job now, training those strong enough to defend themselves and protecting those who aren't. I'm being sent on another mission. Someone is bringing a bunch of people together. No one knows why, but it doesn't sound good. Not sure they need my help or want it, but from what I can tell, there's a force here bigger than anyone's imagined. One way or the other, I'm going to find whoever's behind this. I don't think he's going to make it easy. Fine by me. I've never liked it when things are too easy.
You one of us?
I'm here alone. I'm not working with anyone.
I'm asking if you're a conduit. After looking at you, I really don't need to ask.
You sound like you're looking for someone. Is it me?
I'm just asking if you're with me. There's a storm coming in, and it's good to know who your friends are.
I said I'm here alone. I'm not your friend.
Well, that's too bad. and I'm a good friend to have. And you've already picked your side, so there's only one thing left to do.
Another case of two characters not working together because Raiden just like, you're not my friend. And you're like, but he's worked together with people before, like Snake and other such people. And I think, oh, what's her name? The daughter of Olga is like his a specialist along with a couple other people. But anyway, Raiden's really easy to use. He's along those lines of Kratos and others. So anyway, let's just show his combos off. So he uses his sword for regular combos and directional. He'll kind of charges and slashes when you press towards the character. Up in that will use an uppercut. Down in that will be like a down slice. I think a little bit differently when he does his forward, about the same, and up, uppercut. Okay, and the triangle is his sword foot. Sword, yeah, I said right. A sword comes out of his foot, and he slashes someone with it. And if you put towards him, he does kind of a little combo there. Up in triangle, he does a down, up flip, down, he kind of does a trip sweep. Okay, up in the air, let's see, about the same thing. Oh no, I guess forward in that he does like a little cross thing there. And then, yeah, down in triangles that. Okay, in circle, he does kind of a guard, what's the word? Guard-like counter type thing. Forward in circle does that, which stuns the guy. Down in that, comes in with a quick slice. Up in that, he does a jump hit. Up in circle, he does kind of like it's kind of a weird grapple type thing. That was kind of cool. Down in slice, he does this. Nasty. And then that, he does a little stab if he does in the air. But, okay, and then, let's see, you got your grabs. Slice him in the stomach. Ah, poor Cole. Okay. Flip. That's if you do down. And then up. You flip him in the air. Okay. Now let's charge. Oh yeah, let's charge for level 3, and then I'll show his taunt. Yeah, Raiden's like really easy to use, like really easy to like get AP and everything. He's just, he's really quick too. It's kind of surprising. You know? Okay. Let's see what he gets. Oh, boxes. Solid Snake time. What the heck? Oh, okay. That's interesting. And then he makes the noise too. That's funny. So he hides the players in a box, so it gives them a chance to escape. And then you insta-kill them if you hit them. So that's kind of neat. All right. Let's show off his taunt really quick. Nice. All right. Anyway. And he would have dropped AP if I had AP, but we don't. So. All right. Anyway. Yeah, this version of Cole's not giving me any trouble. Yeah, it's you know, like there's a lot of way to change like Raiden's attacks and everything like that. So got a lot of opportunity for AP growth and to move around because of how fast he is. All right. So yeah, he's definitely up there with the basically Kratos, Dante, Heihachi, all the characters that were designed for. Justice. Oh, okay. Level 2 basically slows down and speeds himself up or something like that, kind of like in the game he's from. And then his mascot for this game is Jetstream Sam, which is kind of a rival / enemy in the game. I kind of remember the bit. I don't have them shown there. I still have Athena because I wasn't able to choose their default. Like, as is, if you don't play the game, you don't get a mascot. So I just chose Athena because I'd played Kratos first. I just haven't swapped it out. Yeah, basically Resurgence, because I could talk about the Metal Gear franchise, but maybe one day I'll actually record Metal Gear and I'll actually show off. I'll talk about Metal Gear in general, but we can talk about Resurgence since this is what the character is based off of. But basically, as far as I remember, Platinum Games made it as a kind of a spin-off successor series to. Oh man, it hit me. I was going to show you level 1 there, but which is actually a really effective move if you get it off right. It can take out a lot of people back to back, except against Sackboy and like the short characters, like they have trouble working. But anyway, let me get. There we go. Yeah, it's got a pretty good range too. Easily. Let's see if we can stay out of. Yeah, Resurgence, Platinum Game, or at least I believe Platinum Games worked on it. But anyway, it turned it into like a stealth action game with about political intrigue and all that other stuff to basically just a crazy over-the-top hack-and-slash game. That was a pretty straightforward story. There was some political stuff in it, but for the most part, it was just designed to be a hack-and-slash, and that's pretty much it. But from what I saw, it seemed like a pretty fun game. I said I still need to play it, but I've heard the bosses are crazy, over the top, like Platinum Games is known to do. They like to do like just crazy action games like Bayonetta, Wonderful 101, Anarchy Reigns, Transformers Devastation, which I've already played that one. That game was awesome. If you like Gen 1 Transformers, dang it. Yeah, the only thing about a lot of level 1 power moves is that if you get hit once, you get jimmied. You get jimmied! Which, nothing you can do about that. Ah, nuts. Oh, nice. But yeah, one day I'll get a chance to play it. But yeah, I liked when they turned Raiden into a cyborg ninja. It made him a lot cooler. Because in this game, he's kind of, I don't know what the word would be, like whiny and just, I don't know. I feel like they were trying to make him the new hero, and it just kind of didn't. It kind of just didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, people were so used to Snake from Metal Gear Solid and his previous iterations that people were just got jostled. But the game is still fun. It was just such a surprise to fans that people didn't like it as much. I wouldn't consider the Black Sheep of the family, but Black Sheep's probably Solid Snake for the PS1, or not PS1, for the NES that was made by an American company, not even made by the original people. But yeah, still a fun series overall. As far as I know, with that weird multiplayer game that they released, I doubt we'll ever see an official Metal Gear game ever again, whether spin-off or official, because of that. And the people who make the game want to put them in pachinko machines more than anything else. But anyway, enough about that sad news. Let's see what Raiden does with the power of Polygon. More mercenary work? Save the world?
The target's been neutralized, and so have those who stood with it, or against me. I don't know what good I did there. I guess some people were spared having to deal with it. I'd like to think that was it. The last mission. Time to go home. But there's always someone who needs protection. Someone who can't help themselves. Someone I can help. As long as they're out there will be no end to the fighting. Not sure that's a bad thing. After all, that's what I was built to do.
Raiden built to do good forever and ever, in the vein of like Snake and other such characters. But anyway, now that story's done, on to the next part of this episode's hero, the Sackboy, the official mascot of well, I've said that like 3 times already. Sackboy, the cute little character that his game is basically a platformer that you can create levels, very simple gameplay, fun to do, create, send levels to other things. He's had, let's see, the PS3 game, there's Little Big Planet 1 and 2, Little Big Planet Racing, and I think they did a remake yeah, it was like a remake for PS4, but in the same vein, just for PS4 systems. And I think there was a PSP game too, so that's technically 5 games in the franchise. And as far as I know, I haven't really seen them do anything else with the characters, so that might be another franchise that's kind of died for the most part. I could be wrong, but I haven't really heard anything about it. I haven't heard anything for PS5, so that may be it for that. But oh well. Like I said, this game's more about just talking about franchises that aren't around anymore, or not doing anything with their franchises anymore. All right, Sackboy, origin, Little Big Planet. Play, create, fight. A small creature made of fabric and imbued with the power to create, Sackboy inhabits the world of Little Big Planet. Using his mysterious poplet, or popplet? That's probably poppet, but that's a lowercase L there. Sackboy can imagine objects into being, which aid him in any dangerous situation. Able to reshape the environment around him, Sackboy can present enemies with an ever-shifting array of obstacles to deal with, while dodging the Cakeinator and Grabinator with which he is armed. Ooh. Well, let's see how this cute little character deals with the All-Stars. Will we make them fall for our cuteness, or will we defeat them with our sudden hatred for all humanity? Let's find out.
If you were to say your myogenic cardiovascular organ was found in your chest, you'd be technically right, but spiritually wrong. Whether it's a welcoming palace or a home sweet hovel, your home is where your heart is. Consider Sackboy. His home is Little Big Planet, the ever-expanding ethereal dreamscape of endless possibilities. Even the invading Negativitron couldn't persuade the diminutive creature of cloth to forego his crafted world. Indeed, it was he who kicked their bottoms out and returned Little Big Planet to its former glory. And it's no wonder. He's a little big planetian, for goodness sake. We live to create, and create to live. To hear of worlds where destruction outpaces creation is like nails on a chalkboard, wounding to the soul. If these worlds crying out for his special brand of creativity exist, Sackboy must search them out. What wonders will he find, reshape, and make so much better? We can only dream.
Unzip him, Mr. Bean. Unzip him. Ah, look. It's a fresh one, Mr. B. Hey, look. I like him. So ready to unstuff. Challenge. Challenge. Only one will win. Right, Mr. B? 1, 2. Found an old shoe. 3, 4. Never darken my door. He's full of cuddles, Mr. B. Can I have him? He's my new friend. I don't care what you say. Mine! Mine!
Man, it's weird just to see, like, the reason the Big Daddy fights because he's so jelly about Sackboy. He goes along with it, too. She's like, he's my friend. And Sackboy's like, all right, I'll fight you for the friendship of this little girl. Yeah, of course, it seems like that's a fun little outfit for the Big Daddy. All right, let's show off Sackboy. Sackboy's a little hard to do, I'll admit, just because his moveset's weird. Okay, so if you just press square, he'd slap someone. If you press forward at any time, he pulls out his big old gloves, which basically allow you to body slam people, which is pretty funny. Up square allows him to do like a grappling hook, so you can grapple someone while they're jumping. Down square, he pulls out a shield, or not a shield, sorry, a bouncer pad. Okay, so I think when he's in the air, I think it's about the same, yeah. Yep, down that, okay, and... Okay, he kind of flips in the air if you do a regular square while jumping. Alright, anyway, let me grab that guy so I can... That's down grab, just so I can get rid of his AP. Up grab, puts him in a spider web, and regular grab. Little punchy doll thing or whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's show off triangle. Well, Big Daddy doesn't keep freaking knocking me around. Okay, so... Man, Big Daddy's actually giving me kind of a bit of a problem. Alright, can I... Okay, there's his triangle is like this little sludge ball thing. Up is like a... like he uses basically uses his rocket pack from the games. Down is a little teleporter appears if you do down triangle, which basically what it allows us to do is pop up where that's left, so that's kind of neat. Let's see. Oh yeah, and forward triangle is you can charge his rocket to fire, kind of like Luigi's like thing in Smash Brothers. Okay, circle. Circle shoots out a cake. Forward uses a fan, which is supposed to push people, but I don't know. Down in that puts down a shock pad, and then up in circle does creates a bounce pad, and I think it's the same if you put down in circle just creates it out of thin air. Same with that. See, just a super bounce pad, and then I think more cake if you shoot. Oh, and I guess it could be used as a platform apparently. Yep, just more cake. Alright, then we'll show off whenever I get to 3, I'll show off his his power attacks. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. I was finding a little bit of trouble playing a Sackboy. Just like I said, his moveset's a bit more differently than others, so it took me a while. It would take me a while to get like AP and stuff like that. Also, his oops, I almost got hit with his attack. Let's see. Also, using his attack is a little weird. His supers are a little bit weird, or at least his first super. Not impossible, just a little troublesome. I also had to redo the whole fight scenario to get here because my PS3 froze or something like that. It is a little old now, so it's probably suffering from overheating issues probably. And the disc that I got isn't in the best condition either, so it's one of those that got like, oh, let me show level 3 off. He gets to choose all of his
Sackboy is about to dazzle.
That's kind of funny. He puts them in bubbles, and that's I like it. But yeah, but the way the disc was pressed, it has like weird damage marks on the very edge of the disc, which aren't data covered, but still, it just whoa, nuts. Yeah, that was coming. Yeah, for me, who had trouble with using it as the Big Daddy, the Big Daddy AI hits me quite easily with it, you know. Oh well, that's how the world is, man. Alright, let's see if we can get to level 2 so I can show that one off. Yeah, I played a little bit of Little Big Planet. It's one of those games, though, that wouldn't keep my attention for long, because it's more like a simple story, platformer and stuff like that, which is fine, but for me, like, after a while, I would like either try to beat as quickly as I can or move on to another game. So it doesn't mean it's bad. I just think it's more for a casual audience or maybe even younger audience more than myself. Maybe that's why they stopped making them, because a lot of the younger...
A retina or two of victory! Such creativity!
Huh. He summoned biscuits? I'm not sure. But, okay, so... Alright, I'll just show you Power Level 1. Power Level 1's interesting, because basically he transforms into one of three different characters, but does the same thing for the most part. But I'll show you that. I don't know if I'll show you versions of it, but that's pretty much it. And cross my fingers that this doesn't get frozen. If it does, I'll just cut to come back to it later, which it might be frozen. Okay, good. Whew. I'm sorry, after what happened last time, I'm crossing my fingers that it doesn't, well, not freeze, but wouldn't go forward. It would just stick to the screen. So it meant it was having trouble reading the disc or something like that, or the system overheated, wouldn't go to the next step. But yeah, I mean, I also didn't play the racing game either, which I didn't think there was enough characters in Little Big Planet to warrant them making a racing game. Like after that, I guess maybe the game sold well enough. Oh right, I can show off. Okay, he turned into Nathan Drake and flip kicked him to take him out. He can turn into I think he can turn into like Nathan Drake, Kratos, and Parappa the Rapper. I think that's the only ones he can turn into. I haven't seen him be able to turn into anyone else. That would have been interesting if they actually had a character in the game that pulled a Kirby that basically could maybe not steal people's powers, but he could turn into them or something like that. So, all right, now he turned into Nathan Drake again. I noticed he turns into Nathan Drake quite a bit. And as far as I know, it doesn't affect it when I push a direction pad with them, so I don't know. Aha, he wastes his ability. Alright, let's see if we can... crap, I couldn't... That didn't look like Nathan Drake. It might have been Kratos. But I couldn't tell. Just pimp slap him, Sackboy. There's an alternate skin for him where he looks like Sackgirl, which is basically him with like kind of a pixie haircut or a little hoodie. It's kind of cute actually. But anyway, all right. Let's see if we can beat 3 of these guys with Sackboy's ability, which might be tough. Because like I said, Sackboy gives me a little bit of trouble. when it comes to like gaining AP, using his abilities and stuff like that. Especially if they're all going to be attacking me at once. Oh, there's Parappa. You can barely see it, but Parappa appeared. Or Sackboy Parappa. Probably because you could get skins for Little Big Planet either through DLC or online. You could buy DLC. There were quite a few costumes you got through the course of the game that were Sony franchise specifically, but you could get like Snake, Cloud from Final Fantasy, Snake from some Metal Gear. It's kind of cool. But of course it had DLC like everyone else where you could get different outfits. I think there was one where I got hit by one. I guess that number on the bottom is supposed to indicate how many times I can get defeated before I lose the battle. Which I guess if for some reason I lost, I would just cut to when I win or something like that. Which I wouldn't want to mess with these gentlemen. Yep, there's Nathan Drake again. Alright, we're almost done with this. But yes, Sackboy just gives it a little bit. I guess I could try to use like his seems to be using his rocket pack. Seems to. Oh, well, there goes all my AP. Okay, maybe not all of it, but some of it. Yeah, using the rocket pack seems to be decent. Oh yeah, I did it. Oh, and there's Parappa again. So I guess I did show all three of them. I guess. All right, come on down, dude. But I don't really have much more to say about Little Big Planet for the most part. Like I said, it was fun. It was more for casual players for the most part, but I think hardcore players get fun creating levels and submitting them. I don't even know if the servers are still up to do that anymore, though. And as far as I know, yeah, I was talking about during the beginning, I don't know if they're going to make any more Little Big Planets. I don't see why they couldn't. It could easily be a flagship title for the series. You know, get some new younger players to pop in, buy the system, or have their parents buy it for them, and maybe some older players be like, oh, I remember this. But anyway, yep, let's make a scene as we make as Sackboy is an artiste, an actor, putting together his own play. How does he deal with the power of Polygon?
Like the blissful memory of a wonderful dream, our little sack chum returns. Hope he's brought us a prezi. Of course he has. It's the stuff of dreams, the elixir of life, the primordial soup of free thinking. And if we want to exchange this gift for socks, I'll bet he's got the receipt too. And what's in all this for him? Sackboy ventures to worlds troubled by chaos and strife, returning with the building blocks of pure imagination so that we can play with them and fashion them into new worlds. So where's his glittering prize? We are his reward. Sackboy's heart is filled with contentment when the little big Planetian creates and shares. As long as we keep on making and giving, he keeps on smiling. After all, what was it we said at the start of this journey? Oh yes, something about hearts and homes. And isn't Little Big Planet your home away from home? Sackboy has shown us once again, you're always welcome home.
Man, there's just something to say for a game about beating the crap out of each other. That one character's ending is just all wholesome. Like, it's all me. I did it because Sackboy's happy because I made something, you know. And I don't know. That just makes me feel all good inside. So I guess not all stories have to be about power or machines or whatever. It's all about just making people feel good. Thank you, Sackboy. Well, we've got not too much more to go, folks. So in the next episode of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, we'll take on the Undead Knight, Sir Daniel Fontesquieu, and the man who cannot help himself but capturing apes and chimps from Ape Escape, Spike himself. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.